Yo. What are you doing? So if we just fly up and inverse this 15-minute up, then we're just going to go for buy side. I'm telling you what, I logged in to set copy trading for just my evals, and even my evals looked at me like, I can't do it, dude. Not like this. Buy side then short? Yeah, let's do that. Trump, Iran talks possible as soon as Friday. Second. What do you mean second rounds of talks is possible? They haven't had a first round. When was the first round of talks? Didn't that get shut down? Literally. Should we full port paper long this at open? This 15-minute inverse? My love, I don't know if you've looked at the chart, but I'm not logging in today, I don't think. So I pinged everybody this morning and said, hey, please trade safely. And then 2 minutes later, this happened before open. 52 point spike. And then just now pumped up 50 points again. And Trump's already so like I don't know. For some reason I'm not feeling it. Here's open. Yeah, see look, I was about to full port long this at open. Bro. So we're gonna leave two 930 wicks behind for just a second, looks like. Man, it's only gonna be 44 degrees today, bro. So we got a little bit of an SMT going here. Not a very big overnight range, though. Yeah, not too bad. We got London and Asia lows below. Got a ton of LRLR here. So if we can close below this 2 minute right here, I would probably try a short. Break even. Could go here, but this is crazy LRLR, so it should dump. So we got a bearish SMT, we got a liquidity sweep, we have delivery, LRLR below. Yeesh. 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 Well, there's also a little 30-second right here too, but I don't think it should matter. No. Bro. Well, that's unfortunate. So this is crazy invalid. So do not try this. Unless you don't care. Then that's up to you. So new break even would be if we re-break the low that already swept this low. Uh-oh. Sheesh. This is volatile, boys and gals. Considering my main gal is in here. Main and only, obviously. There's a love-hate relationship with the invalid rule because sometimes they still end up working, and then sometimes you're like, whoa, I'm glad I didn't take that. Be right back. Yikes. This is going to get wrecked. So this is why the invalid rule exists, right? Like when you hit your break-even spot and sweep sell side before we even get the trigger, you should never take that. So here's a paper lesson learned for y'all. We're cooking our paper account to provide education. So the real new BE will be obviously if we can push down and sweep this LRLR. How'd everyone do yesterday? Totally. Oh, let me move this break even to down here. In trading, good, but not so much in life. Damn, what happened? I mean, you don't have to share, obviously, but I feel that though. Aw, man. That sucks. Poor puppers. Okay, so I know I I know I wasted a bunch of breath saying this 20 times yesterday for no reason, so no use in caring if I say it anymore. But we have Tesla earnings today. Bro, I spent a whole AM and PM session saying, we got Tesla earnings, and it was literally not till today. Good one. Oh boy. This is where this gets cooked. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. We also have perfect equal O's down here. Let's see. Oh boy. Okay, let's just take our loss there, huh? Don't take invalid plays. That was the first mistake. Like, why would you enter in a short, right? When we already sweep sell side. Makes no sense. To look for something of true quality, what you'd want to see at this point is a breakout of the highs or a breakout of the lows to then go long. Anything within this area is going to be lower probability because we haven't swept anything major. Lows ideally then, since it's all-time highs. I think with approaching bearish news, I would almost be not opposed to something like this. So manipulate all-time highs again, make everyone think that we're going to break out, and then just turn around and flop everyone. So, could give this 3-minute a try if we feel like it. Let's see. What's our delivery, though? Delivery is cuz bullish or what? Delivery from this big 5-minute. There, we'll do that. So, is there a 5-minute here too? Also a little 5-minute. Yikes. This is uh-huh. Uh-huh. So, we're going to wait until we get out of this range. Anything within this range is going to get torched. Need water real quick, sorry. Yep. So just keeping an eye on the news feed channel every like 5 minutes or so. Sorry guys, I was muted apparently. um, Iran has not yet decided to hold discussions on Friday. Shocker. Trump ceasefire. Iran extended 3 to 5 days. Interesting. Oh boy. Oh man. When I close the door, when I close the office door and the heater's on in here, it gets so damn hot. Damn. And back up out of this 15-minute. I think we need to start trading overnight. Yeah, I know. I've been feeling like that a lot. What up, Ice King? So we got a little bit of a bullish SMT. We're delivering out of the 15-minute. We have buy side above and an old bearish SMT above. We didn't break out of this range like I wanted. So it's hard for me to want to take this. But yeah, it barely moved last night, but that was like a rarity. And I'll say this again, any setups within this range until we break out of here is going to be much lower probability. We've literally been in this same exact range all overnight, right? So it didn't even trigger. So leaving a ton of buy side behind. And don't forget, we're getting war news all day and Tesla earnings this afternoon. So shit, man. Shit, man. Eval day at best. Yep, I'm logged in paper, bro. For today. That was a good win yesterday. And when I saw these candles happening before market even opened, I was like, yeah, about that. So I loaded up my copy trader to edit the rules to where I was just trading my evals instead. And even doing that, I swear my evals were looking at me like, please, no. We want to last too. Yeah. Exactly. So let's say, yeah, I don't know. I can't. I would have to see price action just get really, really clean altogether, not just see a mechanical setup trigger, if that makes sense. Like, I need overall price action to improve if I'm to log in. If we start, getting some if the market starts looking all algorithmic and we start getting fair value gaps and we're sweeping liquidity and we're engineering and we're getting good setups, then I'll log in. But something about seeing this right before even open happens, I'm like, this is going to be dog shit. Plus, dude, there's just... Left 15 minutes. Yeah, exactly. We're in the same area. Good call not legging, not ligging. Good call not logging in today. Yeah. Sometimes I can just tell, dude, like, and just the circumstances, right? It's not just the chart. It's the circumstances combined with what the chart's doing that's got me like, yeah, it's not even worth my time to put myself in a state of anxiousness trying to trade this when it's not comfortable. This is sauce. I need to get better at this. Honestly, I'm sure we could all use some help on that, but we're always too focused on, trying to take trades and shit. So playing in between two SMTs right now. Did the 1 minute trigger? No. So all the 2 minute triggered. So this 2 minute triggered with a 2 minute OB. Dang it. So your break even would be right there. And you could just target all time highs. Sorry, I was watching that but missed it. Shit. I switched to the 1 minute and saw this gap and got distracted and thought it was the same one. That's annoying. Sorry about that. So it should get the pop over all time highs. Let's see. Watch live. Treasury Secretary Besant speaks. Oh, great. Oh, yeah. Damn. That is so unfortunate. We've been sitting here with that box, with the box on this chart for that 2 minute for like 10 minutes. And I was on the wrong time frame. So sorry about that. Didn't take all time highs. Wicking down 20 points. Oof. And we have a bearish SMT now, too. Right here. So ES swept. I don't think it's going to hold. Well, I listed out all the reasons why the 2 minute could work, but hopefully someone was watching it. Bullish SMT, right? Bullish SMT, 15 minute gap delivery that's been holding. Relative equal highs above, all-time highs above. So everything about that made sense. And we got the 2-minute order block above. I did say everything in here would be lower probability. So that is a fact true. That is a fact true. That is a fact as well. That's what I meant to say. That is a fact true. That's a fact true. This is a trade you don't mind not getting in on. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Damn. My bad, you guys. I was totally on the wrong time frame. That sucks. Watch end up being a BE play because this SMT holds. So we came literally 1 point from all-time highs again. Oh wait, sorry. That's not all-time highs. Just from high of day, I guess. And came back and got break even. So this 2-minute, there's another little gap below, but this 2-minute actually might cook. So we have a bearish SMT at high of day, all right? But there's just this little tiny 2-minute gap right here that can hold. Yeah, this is looking like some slippery ass price action, and I'm not liking it. Exactly. It's meh for sure. Be right back. My stomach's kind of No way, that just ripped to. That's crazy. So let's take a look. Hourly chart, we have a 3 drives pattern. Does anyone not know what a 3 drives is? Always forget what it is. Scammed you. So 3 drives is when you have 3 perfect relative equalizing like this, or so it's basically like a reverse trend line, but then it usually leads to it's a reversal pattern. So like when you see the 3 drives on the bottom, it's like a long confluence, and then the 3 drives up top would be a short confluence. But it's not always, but it's just something you add as a confluence. Anyone brave enough to take a short from all-time highs? uh yeah, about that. Wifey is. Think we should all short together? When? Now? All right. In short, with a stop at all-time highs, I think. So if it loses, paper McFlurries are on Yash today. But if it wins, they're on me. Your sim accounts. Yeah. No one knows. No one knows that we're pressing the button except for us and the people that are sending us the hard breach emails. So wait, we'll have to label this one the Yash short. So yesterday we had the stonk short, and now we got the Yash short. Is there a way to disable the sell button? I don't think so. Yeah, there is. You just click buy instead. Oh, we got a scammer, my love. It's a picture of a girl. Prepare to see at everyone pings any minute. Amy told me that anytime it's a picture of a young girl, it's a scammer. She's been right like 9 times out of 10, I think. Uh-oh, Yash. Prepare the McFlurries, Yash. You owe me 920. Yeah, for real. That's hilarious. Well, it didn't stop us out. All right. Well, Yash, everybody send everybody send Yash your McDonald's app info so he can add free McFlurries to your account. No, that's lit. Damn, dude, my stomach is hurting, bro. The It's just a GIF, right? It's just not. It's not sending. It's not like. It's not popping up. Marking out this 2 minute. No way. Dude, that's hilarious. So is he just making AI pics or what? No way. That's fucking hilarious. Nah. Bro, that's crazy. Do this 2 minute. I can't lie. That's insane. So, dude, if this 2 minute pushes down and closes below, that will work. but it's got to be like a strong close. It's got to be like an FEG close, not just chop, chop, chop through here. Wait, are we looking at shorts right now? There is so much liquidity down here, man. It's like, when this gets ran through, it's going to go fast. So all this will get ran through, and it's going to go very fast. Let's check out ES. Wow. Looks like it might want to catch up, low-key. Holy. Could probably just literally long and hold it, and it'll probably work. Jameson Greer testifies. Everyone's testifying. There's all this shit happening, man. Just let us have a clean market day. Yeah, this is probably just going to keep ripping until ES is at all-time highs again. I can't lie. In that case, you know, traders like us, what the fuck do we do right now, bro? Just long and hold it? Like, dude, we're reversal traders. I don't know how to I don't know how to do this. Like, I truly don't know how to do this, bro. Just sit here. We YOLO Tesla earnings with options instead. There you go. I just wonder if new people ever join and just like they're like, man, they seem to know where it's going. How come they're not just in it? And it's like that's just not our entry model. That's just not how we trade. Yeah, OBs for sure. Why am I not in from low of day? Wait. May have bought a call yesterday. May have bought a call yesterday. Dude, that's because no, I'm so sorry, dude. Bros out here buying options contracts because I had the wrong day of earnings all day. We up, we good? Okay, cool. That is mad funny. Oh yeah, don't forget about Chipotle earnings. Dude, you guys, next Wednesday is going to be ridiculous. We got Meta, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and FOMC. All on the same day. Look at car. What is car? Oops. Oh, wait. Stocks. This. Avis Budget Group. Look at the weekly. Holy shit. Why is that happening? I mean, there was a weekly inversion delivering out of a weekly gap and weekly LRLR to the left. So that actually kind of makes sense. Wow, that's crazy. No, I don't. Dude, I was trying to be reasonable. Wow. Look at the NAS weekly chart. $28 billion in debt. Holy shit. Wait, why do I have the equal highs and lows indicator on? We don't need. So this is still just pumping. ES still has all-time highs above. So we have a bearish SMT, but we're so bullish. I wouldn't be surprised if this just keeps ripping until ES takes all-time highs too. So you know what we haven't done in a while is a duck race. I'm not going to now, but we should do one soon. Everyone knows what that means. Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Fear. 32 of 100. Yeah. Everyone knows what duck races mean. Duck races mean somebody out there is about to get something for free. So you can see we're just getting a bunch of prop blocks, right? Like we got an OB here, we got an OB here, we're getting an OB here. This is showing no signs of turning around at all. So yeah. So, just waiting for the market to do anything basically besides just climb. Unfortunately, the type of traders that we are in here, this is not what we usually work with. Wait, why is the camera, brother? There we go. But this is, where order blocks do come in handy, because you can always try order blocks if you want to attempt some continuation plays. But I keep checking this news feed channel literally every like 5 minutes, dude. And if you don't know which one I'm talking about, it's right there. Literally every 5 minutes, I'm just like peeking in there and being like, checking what's happening. No, Trump said earlier that they extended it 3 to 5 days. So literally, they called his ass out and he folded. Uh-oh. Okay, well, see when, and then I start seeing that, and I'm like, newsfeed channel, what's going on? What's going on? King of deals, yeah, something. So just got this row of 5 minute gaps below, right? 1, 2, 3. Big ass 15-minute gaps, two of them. But we do have the bearish SMT with all-time highs, so don't disregard that. Like, I know we looked bullish, but we have a bearish SMT, so it's not like we're just at all-time highs completely. Let's look at ES. That was it? Really? So just pulled back into this 2 minute. Get some more juice to pump up probably. I just heard Amy, so give me 1 sec. Let's see if we want to inverse this 2 minute. And no trigger. Love to see it. Love to see it. Although, why on earth would we take a short? That's so confusing. Oh, that's not a box. So we put in this little 30-second Sibby. Let me draw out 50% of that so I can see how we react to that. So if we just disregard this gap and start pumping, right, then we're just going to keep being bullish. But if this gap wants to start holding, maybe we start getting some better structure. So we'll hold the 50%, get some better structure, and wait and see. Or we just keep blasting up, which is possible as well. Wow. So we just ripped up through this 30-second gap. Let's see if that wants to push us through and take the highs again, or if we're just going to start engineering more buy side like this. Oops. Also inverse this 1 minute gap. Could end up working as a confirmation setup, but I don't think it will for some reason. Damn, this 2 minute coming back and getting break even was kind of diabolical. So if we did want to try and get along, I guess dream scenario would be something like this. But I just don't see that happening. So we got a 1 minute inverse, putting in a little 1 minute OB there. Just swept high a day again. Let's look at ES. So ES, we got a little bit of an SMT going right here at high of day, but it looks like it's probably just going to run this LRLR. So you could try the 1 minute OB for as a continuation setup. Mainly because we actually did get somewhat of a sweep, right? Then we get the inverse up plus an order block. What was that? Was that Snoopy? So there is this 1 minute here. It's a little bit small of a gap, and obviously it's a short. So I'm just going to tape read this. This 1 minute, damn, dude. Let's see. Man, this ended up being pretty decent so far. I mean, I guess 5 points. Good thing about setups like this is you don't have to have a huge stop loss, right? Like I know it's not the biggest, most obvious gap, but at least you could try it with low risk if you felt like it. Only question here is where do you go BE, right? I would say probably right here at this fair value gap. And then TP1 scale would be like this. So that would be the break even. Your target one would be here. You could try and hold runners. If we want to push down and inverse this 2 minute now, finally, right? Now we would have a sweep and an SMT to pair with this rather than just the first inverse triggering after a dump. So the 1 minute up here was like your earliest entry, right? Now you get down here. By the time this 2 minute triggers, we'll have swept this low. But we have a bearish SMT up top with all-time highs. So it's very possible that if we push through this 2 minute with some good momentum that we're going to turn around right now. So if this goes like stalls here, we put in a little sandwich candle, and then the next candle pushes down. We get the close below with an order block on this next candle, not this one, but the one after this. If we get an order block with this inverse, then we're definitely going to start turning around now. That's how I feel anyway. Little 30-second gap right here that we're holding to, I see. So push down and tap this little 30-second gap, getting a pretty bullish reaction out of that. If you are going to try shorts today, I would recommend taking profits quickly. So definitely not going to get that order block. This is about to maybe go BE. Let's see. So there's the BE. No surprise, right? Like, there's not enough structure here to trust shorts at all. There, and that's why I said I'm going to tape read it, right? Just to practice identifying setups and seeing how they play out. Because then, whether you take it or not, you tape read, you're practicing seeing how these trades react. And it helps you learn how to manage them over time. And it helps you recognize which ones should be working and which ones shouldn't. That's why a lot of times, sometimes you guys hear me say, like, okay, right now, once we get to here, this should start accelerating. We should not be slowing down. That's not me trying to be hopeful. That's me using my experience from trading to be like, yo, from my experience, this exact setup, this same scenario, same liquidity, whatever it is, like, we shouldn't slow down here. So that's what I'm expecting. So it's not like just, I'm not saying stuff to hope and pray. I'm saying stuff because I've built that recognition over time from taking trades and studying. And so tape reading is just as valuable as back testing, honestly. And I've never really been a huge fan of back testing anyway, but so what I will say, now that we put in this 1 minute BPR at the top with this bearish SMT, all right, we pushed up, barely wicked into this 1 minute BPR. Now, if that 1 minute BPR holds and we start pushing down and get to close below this 2 minute gap, that is going to start confirming more structure for me. Why? Because it's the first bearish FEG that we're respecting in this lower time frame structure, right? Every other bearish gap has been being destroyed. So once I see us put in a BPR, and it's a BPR out of a liquidity sweep, and that liquidity sweep has a bearish SMT included, now we push up, tag this BPR, and I see that holding, and we push down. That this simple reaction right here is what will confirm more structure for me. Because if this gap starts holding, we can't push above it. Well, then I'm going to say, okay, maybe we're going to start turning into a short-term sell model because we're respecting bearish gaps now, if that makes sense. But if we just start pushing up and closing above it, again, then I'm not going to, that doesn't confirm anything to me except for that we're still bullish as fuck. Billy boy. Okay, so good, man. So this is what I was saying, right? See how we're respecting this 1 minute BPR now? Now we're starting to get some fair value gaps out of this BPR. So if this BPR can hold and we can start inversing these bullish gaps below, then I'm going to start thinking that we're going to get a retrace now. So here we go. Everything's starting to move how I was thinking it would at this point. Nothing is gone the way I've thought until just now. The only problem is there's so many bullish gaps, right? So it's hard to know which one to pick from for your entry. But we are getting a little bit more bearish structure now, right? We're respecting this BPR. Candle bodies couldn't even close above 50% of this BPR, right? Just wick, wick, wick. And here we are in this 2 minute again to see if this 2 minute wants to hold or not. Which it looks like it will. So this 2 minute is an absolute beast. Excuse me. Damn. I got two. I got this one with my chart. With my chart, and it's curved and it's nice. And then I got whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I passed it. This one. That I got this monitor that is like my oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's like my Streamlabs Discord monitor. And this is a 3D printed lizard that one of my daughters gave me. And it's really cool. Oh. My camera's dope. Thanks, dude. So now we're going to get this 2-minute OB with the close like I was hoping for last time. So bearish SMT with all-time highs, bearish SMT with high of day. ES is just leaving behind buy side LRLR. Okay, never mind. It's just going to pump some more. All right. So this 2-minute gap is relevant, I'd say. So now look. So now we're getting more bearish gaps being respected. So we got this gap, right? Then we got this little 2-minute that we put in here. Right? So this is when I start saying, okay, we're getting a change in market structure right now. We're respecting bearish PD arrays and we're starting to actually go for lows and leaving highs behind instead of just taking highs over and over and over, right? So we went for this low, we put in this swing low, tried to push up, couldn't take the swing high, pushed back down. Now we're taking this low. We're stalling at this 2-minute, but we could easily still want to go for the lows. Let's just watch and see. As long as this 1-minute/2-minute is being respected, right? So then we can even draw our fib on here, right? None of the candle bodies can close above the 50% of either of these gaps. So now we're starting to respect bearish PD arrays. We have targets below. I mean, it's a little far, but this is just a way that I like to identify current market structure on the lower time frame, right? So if we take a swing high, put in a BPR after taking that swing high, and then that BPR starts getting respected, then not only do we respect that BPR, but we put in a fair value gap out of that BPR, right? So now I'm like, okay, a little bit more bearish looking. But then you get mixed feelings, right? When we push down and get this 2-minute down here and stall. So, yeah. Harish, shout out to you, bro. You're a legend. Bro joins stream and stays the entire stream. Every other person that joins free trial, I'll be popping in for like 5 minutes and be like, oh, no signal. I'm out of here. I don't want to actually like learn shit. See, no signal. You're out of here. Okay, so we just closed above this 50% now. We could be getting a... Ooh. So we're tapping 50%, and we're still respecting the gap. Let's see if we're going to close above this FEG or not. Okay, so still respecting this bearish gap. See if you want to inverse this 2 minute. Just got a shout out. Sound Amy for real. Didn't it? He crashed out during day, dude. For real though. So it's a 2 minute and there's a 3 minute down here. So if you are looking at shorts, just be very mindful of how many bullish gaps are below. Okay. Who am I talking about? What do you mean? The 2 minutes still held. Shit. I was about to, Mr. Fahrenheit. Didn't trigger. I literally had my mouse on the button. Yeah. Anyway, you're gonna full board, okay? Have a look at your DM, change or career. Wait, what? What do you mean? Oh, all right, hang on. And 3 minute just held too. Son of a. Damn. Damn, Billy, that's savage. I would say, I don't know if now's the time you want to be doing that, though. You might want to wait until some shit be cooling off, brother. Like, you might want to hold off on that. 5 minute. Whoa, this 5 minute has been wicked in so many times and held. This 5 minute chart is ugly. So could get this 2 minute to inverse with a little 2 minute OB. 3 minutes still holding, but so is every other bullish gap right now. So 5-minute did not inverse. 2-minute still holding. 3-minute still holding. 3-minute would be down here, but it's almost pointless to mark out any gap because there's just more underneath. So, and the 2-minute still held. Okay. Well, that's going to do it for me today. This is cooked. Yeah, a retrace to the 15-minute then along would be fire. But for some reason, I'm getting this weird vibe that this is going to end up coming all the way through here and closing below, and we're going to dump all this session liquidity. Yep. So we got our accumulation here. Manipulate. Redistribute back down to this news BPR. Or this is just going to pump. Damn. Okay, probably going to try this 2/1 minute long. And never mind, it didn't trigger. Okay, see ya.